All right, sorry, I guess you guys are going to have three videos. I had a little coughing fit, so I decided to cut the video a little short. Um, so that's okay. We'll just have this one be two videos and the next one hopefully just be one. Hopefully I can go on without coughing. So, so for this example, right, we're trying to establish a pattern, and we know this pattern has a plus three pattern because I know from 2 to 5 it's plus three, from 5 to 8 is plus three, and so on and so forth. So that means my next number has to be 14 plus three, which is 17, and then we're going to add another three to get 20, right? So therefore, my next two terms are going to be 17 and 20. Now to do number two, right, let's try to figure out our pattern. And here, although it seems like it's going to be a little weird, we can still figure out our next two terms because I know that from 1 to 12, that's a plus 11. You could also say times 12, right? But it's not going to work. From 12 to 3, we are going to minus 9. From 3 to 14, that's plus 11. From 14 to 5, that's minus 9. From 5 to 16, that's plus 11. And from 16 to 7, that's minus 9 again. So from here, we know that the next two steps are going to be plus 11, giving us 18, and then a minus 9, giving us 9 as our last term there. This seems to be a little weird, number 4, right? I don't know why we skipped number 3, but that's okay, right? So here we got to find the next two terms. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, I know it goes Monday, then Tuesday, right? Then Wednesday, then Thursday, then Friday. So it looks like the next term is going to be Saturday. Excuse me, that's not right. This will be Saturday, which means our next term is Sunday. Sorry about that. Then my next term after that, right, the bridge term is going to be Monday. So that means my last term is going to be Tuesday. So here we go Monday, Tuesday got skipped, Wednesday, Thursday got skipped, Friday, Saturday got skipped, then Sunday, Monday got skipped, back to Tuesday. So those are our two terms there. Find the next item in each pattern. So these are a little bit odd. Not odd, but they're more spatial awareness, which is what we do in geometry, right? And we need to find the next item in each pattern. So notice that what is happening here, this is essentially being flipped 90 degrees counterclockwise. So what that means is that it got turned 90 degrees. This shaded part became right side up, right? Then this is going to turn 90 degrees to have our shaded part on the left. Therefore, we turn this 90 degrees this way, all right? Still counterclockwise. Then my next pattern should hold. Come on, you can do it. I guess that was too ugly of a square. Still too ugly of a square, but that's okay, right? Being cut in half and having this bottom part filled in. So that should be my next pattern, my next term there. And then for for this number 6 here, this is a triangle. If you guys want to try it on your own, go ahead and pause the video. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what the pattern is here. Notice that they're adding one more square around that original, right? On every side of that original square. So they're adding one to the left, one above, and one to the right. And that's exactly what they're doing to everyone. So to go from the first one to the next one, they added one square to the left, top, and right. So here, to go from the middle one to go to the one on the far right, they added one square here, one square here, one square here, one square here, one square here. So that's essentially what we're doing. We're just adding an extra layer on the exterior of this pyramid, right? So that means my next one should have, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 squares in the middle, or in the bottom. Then there should be 3 plus 2 on the right. So there should be 5 here. And then there should be plus 2 on top here. So now we're adding 2 more. So we should have 3 here. And then finally, we're just adding 1 more on top here, right in the center. And that's what our next and final term should look like. Cool. So using deductive reasoning and logic to determine whether you can draw a conclusion from the given statements. Write the conclusion on the line. If you cannot draw a conclusion, say no conclusion. So let's take a look at it. All vertical angles are congruent. Angle A and B are vertical angles. If they're vertical angles, right, we can say that angle A and angle B are congruent. Right, we know that all vertical angles are congruent. So if A and B are vertical angles, they are congruent. Let's keep going. If you are late to work, you will get written up. Judy was written up at work. Now, although here we may think that, hey, well, if she was written up at work, that means she was late. But remember, at work, we can be written up for many things, the same way that we can be written up for many things here at school, right? If we're late, if we're absent, if we swear too much, right? Or if we do something dumb during class or outside of class, right? We can be written up for things. So here, we can't just assume that since she was written up because she was late, right? So here, this would be a no conclusion. There are many reasons for why we get written up. So here, we're just going to say no conclusion. Right angles have a measure of 90 degrees. Angle C is a right angle. So therefore, here we can say, hey, the measure of angle C is 90 degrees, right? All right angles have a measure of 90 degrees. So if C is a right angle, it has to have a measure of 90 degrees. And then D, all giraffes are tall animals. Stretch is a tall animal. Can we say that Stretch is a giraffe? A giraffe? No, right? We can't just say that it's a giraffe because it's tall. So no conclusion. Stretch could be an elephant, right? It could be another tall animal. What's another